I found the best 1-to-1 Nike SB Lobster Dunks to review with side-by-side pictures and let you guys know if they are worth buying to add to your collection. Everything that I say about these is my 100% honest opinion, and I'm not being paid to say this. I'm just doing this so you guys don't end up buying bad shoes. Now let's get right into the unboxing. Now getting into the box, everything looks perfect except there is some damage on those two corners. However, that most likely happened during shipping, so there's nothing I can really do about that. Even this text, it looks perfect to me. And even the tag, it has all the right colors, right sizes. Everything just looks good to me. So for me, this box does pass the legit check. Now opening up the box, here's the first shoe. It looks perfect to me. And here's the second shoe. Also looks great to me. However, I'm going to put these aside and show you guys what comes with these shoes. So first we have the Nike SB laces. We have them in the blue in this bag. They also come in an orange. And then we also have these rubber bands which come with the shoe. And these are the classic lobster rubber bands. So it's really great to see those in there. Now getting into the actual shoe, they look perfect to me. And the first legit check that we're going to check is the Nike logo in the back. Now for me, I think they might look a little bit too wide on both shoes. However, it's a really small detail. I'm sure most people won't notice it. And also these three stitching, these look perfect to me on both shoes though. These both look really good, which is a really good sign. As well as the stitching that goes all across the shoe, just under that right there. Everything looks good to me. The next legit check that we're gonna get into is the tags, the Nike SB logo. For me on both the shoes, it looks perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. As you can see, the letters are the right size. Nothing's really touching too much. And there's no extra stitching. So for me, it just looks perfect. As well as the swoosh. The swoosh stitching also looks identical to the real pair. There's nothing wrong here either. This is a great sign to see. Next, I'm going to check the toe box. So I think it's a perfect size. As you can see, it's not too flat. Looks inflated just like the real pair. Everything is the right size here. Everything looks good on these. However, one flaw that I did find was that the midsole stitching is a little bit too big on each stitch. As you can see, they're too large. It's something that happened on both shoes. However, that is a very minimal detail. I'm sure no one will notice, and that's not too big of a flaw. The very last legit check that we're going to be getting into is the tongue. Now, on most of these SB Dunks, the tongue is a big sign that is either a real or fake. However, on these, the tongue looks perfect. As a right amount of stuffing, it's the right shape. There's nothing wrong with them. As you can see, they look just like the authentic pairs, so that's a great sign. But overall, the shoe is great. I think there's nothing wrong with it except for this Nike logo is too boxy and the stitching on the midsole. These are both super tiny flaws that most regular people will not notice. So you can wear these in public and I'm sure no one will call you out. Overall, I'm gonna give these shoes a 7 out of 10 just because of these minor flaws. But besides that, there's really nothing wrong with them. I've actually worn these in public and I've gotten compliments with them. So there's nothing wrong with the shoe. I would definitely recommend getting this shoe to add to your collection. Before I end the video, guys, comment down below to let me know what shoes you want me to review next. You can find a ton of shoes just like these in my spreadsheet link down below. Also, make sure to join my Discord link in the description down below for any updates. And I am doing a sneaker giveaway at 500 Discord members, so make sure to join.